I like bugs. Yes, and I also own a few bugs. However, they're only stuffed ones, mounted on my wall. I want some alive ones, but, nice ones. And the thing that's going to help with that is this fun grandfather's clock. Yes, this is a clock that actually belonged to my grandfather. However, he passed away sadly enough, and my mother didn't want it. However, I wanted it. So now I'm gonna use this thing and make a fun terrarium out of it. So fun little bugs and maybe a frog can live in it. So the reason why I've removed the clock is because I want one on battery power. And that's just because all of the other clock bits that goes into this cabin over here are then gone, which means animals can live in it. Yeah. Also, a second reason is this clock is loud, really loud. All of the consistent ticking and the actual gong is also incredibly loud here. I don't want that in my living room. God damn, no! It's so loud. No, I want a nice quiet clock with, fun animals. So that's the plan. Oh, and before you ask, yes, it's way easier to have an actual aquarium because then I don't have to fiddle around with the clock and all of the mechanics. And yes, I also own an actual aquarium. However, this is basic and boring, and the one thing that I'm not is boring, so that's not gonna happen. Okay, so my grandfather's clock is now laying down, and as you can see, my perfectly fine, perfectly usable, perfectly very high quality fish tank is fitting pretty nicely inside of this grandfather's clock. So now let's cut this perfectly fine, perfectly usable, perfectly functioning fish tank to a ridiculous size in order to make a very stupid terrarium. Moment of truth. Hey! Nice. Okay, so now with all of the glass cut, I can finally show you what my idea is for my fish tank slash terrarium. So let's go. As you can see, my grandfather's clock now houses a fun tiny aquarium. Yeah! Now this piece of glass over here is for another light source, and there's a bit of space for the cables and everything. However, I don't know if I'm going to keep it, because there's going to be a big branch reaching out from the aquarium that's going to run all the way up here, so it might be in the way. After this point, the clock can no longer be a normal clock. Okay, day 2 of me trying to figure out how to make this clock into a terrarium slash aquarium. And I also got new lights, as you can see, but they make my hair look freaking terrible, but whatever. I also had a bit of a water spill. I tried to test if this thing was watertight, and it wasn't, so that's fun. Now, I've sealed it in, hopefully way better than the first time, but we'll see, it's currently drying. So now I'm going to place a light over here. And yeah, slowly but surely, we're making a fun terrarium slash aquarium. Oh. Okay. So I just removed the handle from this fish light, which is incredibly, I call it a fish light, it's an aquarium light. And it's going to sit over here inside of the clock, and as you can see, it lights up everything pretty nicely. So yeah, it's starting to come along. Also, I cut a piece of wood somewhere. There it is. This one, in order to fit this inside of here, so you can see the wood is right there. So the light is going to be inside of this upper portion of the clock, shining downwards towards the tank. So it's coming along. It's starting to look pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Now, okay, I forgot to film a few things, so I'm sorry for that. But on the other hand, yeah, boy. The clock is in, and look how fancy that is. Ooh, oh, that's nice. With the light and everything. And now the door can also just open regularly, and you can see, oh, light source over there. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And now with the clock drying and almost done, I headed off to a local park to find some materials for in the clock. Okay, so after my adventure in local nature, I've got this pretty big stick. So let's cut it. So let's cut it to size so it kind of fits inside of my clock, and we kind of get the feeling of how the stick is going to go and everything. Oh, I also got a bag of sand. That's that thing over there. I've got some pine cones. I've got some bark. I've got everything to kind of figure out what to do and what the layout is going to be. So yeah, let me quickly do that and I'll show you. I kind of figured out a layout, sort of. There's a lot of sticks on the ground, but this is basically what I'm going for. There's just a big tree trunk over here that's jutting out from the water, and the water is going to sit up to here, I guess. But I just wanted to make sure that the fish had enough places for them to hide and kind of scurry about, because this is a small tank. I'm not going to have anything larger than, I think, this, you know. So I kind of want to give them as much space and as much territory as they can possibly need, because I do want my fish to be happy that are going to live in my tank. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool, because then you got the cool clock with all of the weird sticks, and then there's going to be water in there and some plants. So yeah, I think it's going to look pretty cool. Okay, so with a tiny bit of a logistical problem, we've got the clock in my living room. Hey. And we also got all of the stuff needed for the clock itself. And yeah, now it's just mushing everything together, so I'm excited. Okay, so I'm working on my clock, and I just wanted to tell you how the electricity is gonna go into the clock and everything, because I've got a pump and I've got a lamp. Now, it's kind of jank looking, but don't worry, it's perfectly safe, because I have only one outlet, but I have a pump and a light, so I bought this, which is perfectly usable. So you plop that in there. However, I don't want my light to be consistently on, because it's kind of sad for the fish. I mean, consistent sunlight is never that good. So I bought a timer. So that one is gonna go over there. However, the light for the plug for the light is also kind of a hefty boy. So this one is gonna go over there. So you got this package. It's perfectly safe. It just looks very professional. Okay, so it's the next day, that's why I'm in my pajamas. But I just want to show you that the water has become clear again. However, it's pretty difficult to film because of all of the light reflections and stuff. But let me show you. Now the water still looks kind of brown, but that's because of the brown backdrop that it has because of the clock. However, I can assure you the water is clear. So this is the end of the episode because we've got some water in it. I'm not going to put fish in it yet because I want the plants to grow a bit and create a bit of an ecosystem for the fish. Because, you know, they need something to eat, plus they need something to sleep in, I guess. I don't know where fish sleep, but hey! Full aquarium plus terrarium. I also bought a few plants to put on top of this. However, I'm waiting for that because I still want it a bit more to cure the varnish. Because, you know, but hey, yeah, so cool. So I want to thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this project. It's just so much fun to make stupid stuff again. So hopefully stay tuned for more stupid videos and stupid stuff. So, bye!